Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. And today I want to talk about desire and intention. So people ask and they want to know, can I really manifest anything that I want? Right? I'm poor and I want to be a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. Or I'm, just this little kid and I want to be the best football player. I want to play football like Tom Brady. Or, whatever it is. So I'm not likely to get it, right? I don't really have like the genes. I don't have the height. I don't have the strength, whatever, to play football. Or, I come from a bad area. My parents are poor. I don't have a lot of opportunities. I don't really have a way to get rich. Or with health, right? Like I've been sick for 10 years. I've been sick for 15 years. I have these incurable diagnoses. I have all this stuff against me. I have time against me. I'm older. I'm whatever. Can I really heal? Can I really heal? So can you really manifest what it is that you want if the gap between where you are and where you want to be is huge, is massive? And my answer comes down to desire, and then intention. So if you're interested in this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe right now, and let's get into this juicy topic. Okay, so my short answer is yes. Yes, you can manifest anything that it is that you want, even if it seems unlikely. Yes, you can. But here's the longer answer. You can only do it if you have the desire. So if you're a boy and you kind of want to play football, you think it might be fun to play like Tom Brady, but it's not a deep desire, then you won't do it. If you're a poor person struggling growing up in a bad place and you want to be a multi-millionaire, but you don't really have a desire, you're like, oh, I kind of want to be, like I'd love to, but it's not a burning desire, then no, you can't manifest it. If you are a sick person who's like, oh, it'd be nice to be healthy. I'd really like to overcome this. I hope, I overcome this or whatever, but I can live with it or whatever. I guess this is just my fate. If you don't have the burning desire to achieve it, then you cannot manifest it. And actually, desire's not that common. People who really have a desire for something, you may only have a few desires in your life, right? A handful of them. If you desire something, it sort of stays with you. It leaves an impression with you. That's why people who have all kinds of talent, maybe they are the most talented young pianist or gymnast that anyone's ever seen, and the parents are pushing the child, like, you have so much talent, you have amazing raw talent, this is what you should do. I mean, you could be a superstar. You really have the ability to be the world's greatest pianist or the world's greatest gymnast or the world's greatest football player or whatever it is, because you have seen and everyone's telling you like your talent is raw and amazing. But if the child doesn't have the desire, if they don't want it, if it's not their personal desire, they could have all the talent in the world for something, but they desire something else. They desire to be a novelist, or they desire, to be the wealthiest person in the world. They desire to start a business, or they desire to heal themselves, or whatever it is. Your desire is what you truly want. That's your life's purpose. That's your path. And normally we do desire things that we're good at. So if you want to be the world's greatest football player like Tom Brady, if a little boy does, but he's not actually good at it, he's not actually talented at it, he probably won't desire it. He probably just won't desire to be the greatest football or quarterback that ever lived. That won't be a desire of his if he's not really talented. But it could be. So usually your desires follow your talent. They follow what you're good at. And usually, what you're good at, you have a desire for, but not always. You could be a horrible player or have no talent for something, but your desire to learn, your desire to try, your desire to grow and expand in that area is undeniable, unquestionable. And therefore you will get better. You will acquire talent. You will acquire skills. You will become good. And that will validate you. It will validate this desire that you have as you improve, and then suddenly your abilities will match your desire because you desire it so much that you're putting all this time into it to learn skills, to get better, to practice all of these things, and your ability will rise up. And sometimes you start with a talent or you're really good at something and your desire grows from that because you're just getting positive reinforcement or positive feedback, or you really like it and you put more time to it, and then a desire grows. But usually the desire comes first. It's one or the other. But desire and ability follow each other, usually, all the way along. So if you don't desire it, you won't want it, right? And if you don't want it, you won't desire it. But if you truly want it, if it's truly a desire in your mind, you keep coming back to it, right? You may stray off course, or you think about other things, or you might get interested in this or that or the other, or have other goals or aspirations, but your desire always keeps coming back. This is what I want. This is what I want more than anything. Then you start to immerse yourself in that world, right? If it's healing, it's like, I want to heal more than anything else in the world. Then you immerse yourself in learning about healing and learning how to heal the mind, how to heal the body, how to heal the heart, the emotions, how to heal the soul, right? You learn all the different areas of healing and you grow and you begin to heal. Or if you have a desire to be a writer, but you've never written anything, you take courses, you learn, you try, you write, you edit, you spend your days focused on this because you have a true desire that cannot be denied. So desire is everything when it comes to manifestation, because if you don't desire it, you can't manifest it. You're not going to manifest it. But on the other hand, if you desire it, if this is something that you truly want and you truly desire it, you will manifest it. It is inevitable, because if you hold an intention, and now we're going to get into intention, your desire is what drives you. Your desire is your burning end goal. This is what you want more than anything. This is what you feel will feed you. This is what your soul is yearning for. Now you hold it as an intention. I intend for this to happen. This has already happened in my mind. So when we live from the end, we're not just goal setting. We're not just saying, this is my intention, AKA this is my goal, and now I'm going to put in the work to reach my goal, to achieve something. No, it's, this is my desire. I intend for it to happen. I will not give up until it does happen. It's a deep intention. Everything that I do is going to revolve around this intention, my intention for this to happen. And you start to live your life from this intention. You start to live your life from what you intend to be, what you intend to achieve. And when you're holding that intention so strongly, you actually change your life. You want to become a writer so bad, you intend for it to happen, that you structure your day around being a writer because you believe it. You believe you are going to reach your goal, right? It's like goal setting, but it's more than that, because you're going to reach your intention, because it is what you live your life around. An intention is the underlying force that you do everything from. And so everything that you do is from the intention of being a writer, or from the intention of healing yourself, or from the intention of making it to the NFL and being the greatest quarterback that ever lived. So you set an intention and then you live your life from that intention, through that intention, which is what we say when we say living from the end, the law of assumption. We assume that because we have a desire, because we are living our life from this intention and structuring our day to reach the goal that we've set, we assume and believe and have faith in our ability to do it because we desire it so much. And we follow the path laid out before us. Some may feel structured, some may, it's inside you. You're following the path that comes to you now. You're living your life from this intention. This is what I intend. This is what's going to happen. I am going to achieve this. I intend for it to be real, to bring it into the 3D. Therefore, you structure your life around making sure that that happens, following the intuitive hits that guide you to be that, right? Setting goals, right? Trying to achieve certain milestones and certain things. So in the beginning, it may start out as just a vision, just a dream, right? A little boy who watches football and says, I'm going to do that one day. I am going to grow up and be Tom Brady. I'm going to be the best quarterback that I ever lived. It's just a dream. It's just a vision, right? Once he makes that vision, once he makes that dream a reality by having enough desire, he will start to practice. He will start to hold an intention. Like, it becomes not a dream, it becomes an intention. Like, I don't just want to, but I'm going to. An intention is like, I'm going to. Now I'm going to get to work achieving that. And as he builds skill, as he builds ability, as he follows this road with all his heart, right? You usually follow a dream with your heart, your soul. You're following and you're accumulating skills and abilities and you're getting better and better. And now he's actually starting to feel it. I'm really good. I'm getting better. Look at me, I'm better than all the kids in my class. Well, it's because he practices, he intends for that to happen, and maybe then he joins a league and he becomes the best person on that league because he intends for that to happen. He puts all his effort and energy into making that happen. And now he starts to believe, I really have a chance. I am good. And when his abilities catch up to his dream, now he actually really holds that intention deeply, right? Because he's living out his intention. He's on track with his intention. He feels like things are coming together with that intention, with that goal. And then it can become a belief, a knowing, an assumption. This is where what happens when we live from the end. We live as if it's true. So maybe as a 7-year-old child, this is just a dream, right? It's just a dream. But maybe that 12-year-old child who's been practicing and putting in the effort and really honing his skills, and this desire is burning away, and he becomes the best player on his team and is MVP for that year, right? It becomes now an intention. Maybe it went from a dream or a goal to now an intention. I intend for this to happen. And he starts to play from this intention. And that boy begins to live through this intention. He really intends for this to happen. And then when he's 16, now all of a sudden it's recruiting season. And he begins to have recruiters looking at him. He begins to have people thinking, this kid, maybe we can recruit him. We can recruit him into a school. He's great. We would love him on his team. And this confidence really gets built in this boy. And all of a sudden it goes from an intention to a belief, to a knowing, to an assumption. Meaning now he's playing, living from the end. He already has it in his head. I am going to get drafted, right? I am going to get recruited. So he starts to assume it, and he plays like it's already happened. Right? He plays as if he assumes that he will get drafted. It now becomes an assumption, and his playing gets better because of that, and his desire goes stronger because of that. But at any time along the way, right? And then he's 18, he's 19, and it does happen for him. He does get drafted. And now he believes that he's going to, deliver, and he's going to prove to the league that he can do it, right? And get drafted into the NFL. And then that happens, and then he decides he's going to be the best player. And he plays from that intention. He plays from that assumption. This is going to happen for me. So as his skill builds, as things start to happen, as he starts to move closer, his assumption grows deeper. And when his belief in his assumption grows deeper, it's more likely that this will happen, for sure. It's inevitable, actually, that it will, when he begins to assume that it is true. He starts to play from that way. He starts to build and structure his life from that way, right? He moves to the places and tries out for the things because he assumes that this is going to happen. And so he puts himself in the life that it already has. And if at any time his faith wavers and he thinks, I don't assume it anymore, maybe I'm not that good, and his doubt creeps in and he doesn't think it anymore, he doesn't assume it anymore, but he wants it, he still has a goal, he's still intending, but he loses his assumption, it becomes less likely, right? And then it goes down to just a goal. And then he loses some desire because he sees other people playing better than him, and his desire wanes, and he kind of gives up, and he finds something else that he might like better, and his desire grows in another area, or he loses confidence, or he just, becomes more interested in other things. Once his desire is gone, the dream is over. Once his desire is gone, it will not happen. And this is what it's like with anything, with making money, with building a business, right? With anything that you want to do, with healing your body. So first it starts with your desire. This is what I really want, and I feel it. It's a burning desire. I want this more than anything. I am willing to do what it takes. You set your goals, it becomes goals. You set your intention, you hold it as an intention, and you structure your life around it. I intend for it. And as you build confidence, as you grow, as you learn, as you expand into this life that you want, into this person that you want to be, there comes a time when you assume it to be true. You have enough confidence, you have enough belief in yourself that now you assume it. When you are living as if you assume that this is going to happen, that this diet that you're eating is going to make you well, that this protocol that you're doing, you assume it's going to make you better. You know you're going to go somewhere this summer and have the time of your life. You assume that you are going to have an amazing summer or an amazing Christmas or an amazing vacation. You assume it, and you start to live your life from that assumption, from that belief. That is how it becomes inevitable that you can manifest anything you want, and it all starts with desire. If you desire something, even if the gap is huge, even if it seems unlikely, even if you don't know how you're gonna get there, as long as you have the desire and hold it as an intention, you will grow into the belief and the knowing and the assumption, and you can and will inevitably get anything. There is no desire that you cannot achieve. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and consider watching this next video on the law of assumption, because this is truly how you manifest those desires. So click and watch this next video, and I'll see you there.